Last day of Louder Than Life, but kicking off a tour, we've got Oxymorrons. That's a tour co-headlining with Deadlands.
Yes, we're here on Thursday.
We're here on Thursday. Deadlands.
Shout out to the homies.
Shout out to Deadlands, and can't wait to like just set it off with y'all. Oh, what, 2 days? 2 days?
Yeah, Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Oh, I thought this was how you were kicking it off.
No,
This
we
is
are
a good
kicking
way.
it
Yeah.
No, we
the
setting
start
up.
of the
Yeah,
tour.
this is the start of the tour. We setting it off here, and then we get with Deadlands on Tuesday. So it's gonna be incredible.
And you're ready to work. You got your work gear on. You brought Chester.
Everyone always, everyone keeps saying like bands get a real job. We like, nah, we have a job.
Yeah.
So now we gonna, maybe if we dress like y'all be like, yo, we have a job because we come to work just like you do. And that's not a knock either. Like for my dad worked his ass off. A lot of the clothing we wearing now, he fueled airplane engines and did a lot of stuff. And like, you gotta understand, we understand what a blue collar worker feels and looks like. No matter if the rock star does connect to that, because we gotta grind our asses so hard and so crazy to get to the top that realistically it's the same.
Most artists, most musicians actually are common laborers, just like people that work. I mean, we work with our hands in a different way, but just like construction workers, just like admin workers, whatever, like teachers, etc., underpaid, undervalued, and we are going out of our way to actually bridge that gap and connect those two things together, because there seems to be a very huge misunderstanding, and we actually have a bigger community together if we actually kind of bring down the standard.
The hard hat to the stage, what you say?
Well, if you think about people with office jobs and they're connecting other people or they're answering questions or they're doing this, you guys are going in the studio and you're editing, you're trying to figure out who's gonna rap, who's gonna rock, what instrument is coming in here. So that's a lot to think about.
Yeah, I mean, it's overall, just like adding the value and the hours and the minutes put in the same way I think a capitalist society adds like value to the 40-hour work week and what your hourly pay is, etc. We like in the arts, you don't really, you're subjected to not that form of respect and not that form of compensation. And there's just like this weird gray area where like art can just exist, in the fucking air. And the hours actually put into it are not considered, especially the way now that art is being consumed, especially music. Like there is zero consideration to the amount of time because of how quickly it just everyone's on to the next thing.
Make an album now and everyone eats it and spits it out. What's next? Yeah. And it's just like, do y'all realize what it costs to make an album? Some of the time, that's why it's like this whole thing of like, oh, it's a hobby we're playing. This would be the most expensive hobby ever. Like I'd like people to understand, like we go to, when you see us overseas, or no, matter of fact, let's be specific. November, Corey Taylor tour. You seen that tour? It cost us $30 grand just to do it.
Just to do it.
We came home, no money from it. I don't think people understand how expensive it is to do this. You know what it costs to make one song? $2,500 minimum.
Wow.
That's one song. So that album that you get 12 tracks from, you know how much it costs? Interview. You know how much it costs to do that? It's insane. So it's not that we're upset. It's not that like it's more so we're just trying to make people understand.
Yeah, we just want to bring reality and facts to it. And I don't think we're going to change the industry this way, but we can bring more information and more awareness to how we treat it. So that way we feel that respect back, and maybe there's a ripple effect.
And it's a balance thing.
It's more to it than just like going in the studio and writing music. It's a business at the end of the day. Like we're designing stuff and merch. It's a whole store that you're like, it's a business brand.
Yeah, we're in control of that, 100%. We're doing our merch. I design our merch with our creative director Mike. Look at that. What I just said. Do you believe this creative director? Do you think these looks, all of this stuff costs? And not only and we're indie, all this stuff costs. And not only does it cost, like we have to push and think of the idea, create the idea, make it, and then execute it. Make you guys love it, and then we gotta go out and tour it. There's so many factors. And
then come up with another one.
Yeah, and people
and do it again.
And then you know what streaming is paying us? Nothing. So it sucks that it's like, oh, penny, less than a penny is what we get paid per stream. Yeah. That's what streaming is doing.
Fractions.
It's a fraction of a penny per stream.
0.0003.
So if you take a song like Uptown Funk, which is massive, Bruno Mars made 44 grand on that song. So what do you think bands like us is making? There you go. So that's our reality.
So imagine at your job, they're like, oh, you're going to work that whole entire hour or whatever it is. You're getting paid a penny an hour.
It's just really not fair. Let's just be really, if I say it's like, let's just be realistic.
The amount is acquainted and equal to Prison labor. Prisoners get paid the same.
No,
thing
I'm
for
just
their
saying.
labor.
People don't want to hear that.
The equivalent.
But people don't want to hear that. But mathematically, it is.
Yeah, just
factually. I'm just saying. It literally is. As a person with a law degree, because that's what I had to do to be allowed to do this, guess what happened? In prison, when they work, they get paid less than a penny, fractions of a penny. So that is exactly what we're getting paid. So that's why I don't want to bring race into it at all.
No.
Let's just look at prisons. And you mean to tell me every artist, black, white, no matter who you are, that's what we're being paid? You think that's fair?
Absolutely not.
How the hell is that fair? So people have to understand, no. It's free for you. Because that's what you're paying for. It's not what we're paid to create it.
I don't think any art is free to create. No, like even if you have a pencil and a paper, you have to pay for the pencil, you got to pay for the paper.
There you go. And we would like that to be broken down. And then also just think about it, y'all. Like you are paying $10 a month for Spotify or whatever it is. That is every artist in the world's entire catalog for $120 a year. How do we actually survive off of that? Yeah, those are the realities.
Yeah.
So understand, when your favorite artist might be upset or a little not the happiest, it's because maybe he just looked at his paycheck. Like our album used to last a really long time with it, man. You'll sit with it, yo. Now, no lie, we put out Melanin Punk in November. It started lowering in movement by like January. Then we have to tour to keep it moving. Because albums, like, people just don't hold on to them the same way they used to because of the way it's being valued. Think about it. If I give you everything for $120 a year, why would I? The thing that you used to have to pay at least $10 for per a project.
Yeah.
You're paying $10 for all of it per month.
All of it.
All of it. Every single artist exists. How is that a model? It's because we've allowed technology people to control music, to control creative art.
So you don't think the populations that are paying the $10 a month for one of the...
They love it. It's perfect for them. Music is now beautiful.
It's not their fault.
I'm not blaming
No,
it.
but I'm saying, like, you don't think that there's enough people doing it that the people making the money off of the customers can't pay you guys more.
Oh, they
have
can
so
absolutely.
many. They have so many.
They're just choosing to pay us this.
The same way the rich can be taxed in this country in general,
And
so
they
we can
not.
have resources, but they're just not, and they never will because
They control it.
incentive.
How do you tell people who can? They have to govern themselves. We're asking corporate tyrants
Greedy people to be good.
to be good. Come on, let's just be honest.
That's an oxymoron.
Okay, so your name.
Yes.
The double R. You started to explain it on stage, but someone was yelling in front of me and I couldn't hear it. So can you explain it to me?
It's all good. All it is 2 R's. When we originally started the band, we were made aware of that the original Oxymorrons. There was an Oxymorrons, a punk band. I believe from the 70s, if I believe correctly. 80s to be correct. And we reached out. We reached out about the name. They were inactive. We reached out about the name, but they were not favorable with us owning the name in that scenario. Sorry, they were not favorable with owning the name in that scenario. And so we were like, you know what? We're gonna throw extra R on that bitch. We gotta make sure our legal paperwork is right, and we kept it moving. Years later, we ended up on tour in Europe with Bad Omens, and one of the tour bus drivers knew them, so connected the dots. He was like, yo, you guys are great. They just needs to connect, and it needs to be no drama. And we did. They were great. They showed so much love. We spoke. They sent us love. Thank you. It was appreciated.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Wow, that's really cool.
So
now,
beef there.
now we're 2 R's.
Yeah. And it's moronic.
Yeah, somewhat. If that's
An extra R, like misspelled.
that is true. No, I like it. I never thought about it.
That's how I think about it.
Love it.
So your latest album is going to be turning 1 year old next month. The crowd today, when you were out there, are they embracing that new music? Or
Yeah, we've grown so much in ways that we never thought we would. You guys, we've been fighting to be accepted in this space, and I always say, and regardless if that we're not working with Rex right now, but without Jason, Alan Butler, and Rex, I would have to say this: metal ignored us.
Yeah.
We didn't exist. We've been around. It's just the fact that in 2020, when the world actually decided to pay attention to bands of color, they actually decided to say, hey, oh shit, these guys are actually good. And it was because Jason. So thank you, Jason. I haven't spoken to you in a bit, but I hope you are good. Hope the mental health stuff really, really pushes through. But legitimately, we wouldn't be here if he didn't scream to the mountaintop. So really thank you. I will always say that, no matter how far we go, no matter how this goes out, because there were so many people who did believe in us, from Jason to Nettie to all these people who really helped us get here. Our management, even Amanda I would like to be very candid right now, but I'm gonna keep my mouth shut.
Okay, well, I just want to say that you guys put on a hell of a show, and it's awesome to have you at Louder Than Life. Thank you so much, and thanks for taking the time with me.
Thank you. We love it. We appreciate it all.
you.
We're so happy to be here. Thank you so much.
Towards that one. Yeah.